So, Andres, welcome to Babylon.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, tell us where you're from.
So I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela. I have also have a Spanish heritage from my mother's side, so basically half and half. I actually never lived in Spain, but I do love it. I go quite often over there for holidays. So.
Cool. Where do you go in Spain?
Oh, I've been all over the place. I love Malaga. Barcelona is my top of the top. One day I'm gonna live there for sure. Madrid, I've been quite a bit to Madrid. Have a lot of friends living there. I'm going to Lanzarote in a couple of weeks. So
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I really love.
And
Spain.
how long have you been in Ireland?
Ireland. So I'm gonna be doing 10 years May this year. So almost a decade.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
And what did you think when you first arrived?
It was grey and wet. That's the first thing. Yeah, it was very grey. But I love the place, It's,
What about the people and the culture?
oh, people, amazing. I love the people in Ireland. I think people in Ireland is very receptive. Like everybody's really open. I have traveled a lot and there is nothing like Ireland, I would say, in certain things. It's like people, it's really, really nice. I don't know right now, I'm not that much in town, but like I remember when I came in 2014 that like you're in the supermarket, you push somebody and that person is telling you sorry, It's something that like if that doesn't happen in my country and not of many of the countries that I have been to, it's like people is like very angry most of the time and it's like always thinking that something is going on. So yeah, I do really like Irish people and like they're very, very nice and kind.
All right, and what did you think about the culture and the music culture? Were you already into music before you came to Ireland?
Oh yeah, no. I have been in music for a very, very long time. That journey started when I was like probably 10 or 11.
What kind of things were you into?
To be honest, I have always been. I love music if it's good. So I don't really say. Well, there is probably a couple of genres that I wouldn't really be into, but I can listen to anything that is good. Like if it's a good production, good mix, and really I started listening rock. So I think that's why I moved into electronic music because I used to listen Metallica, very, very big old bands that have that really metallic noise, it's kind of heavy and something that is different, something that is not like your common pop music.
Is that what you were listening to as a teenager?
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of that. Then I had a transition, and then growing up when I was probably 12 or 13, I started doing graffiti with my friends, skateboarding. At the same time we started doing hip hop and rap. So that's the moment that I actually kind of started falling into the production side of things. I actually initiated into the productions with hip hop music. Eventually I wanted something that was a little bit faster because of course doing hip hop is 75 to 80, 85 BPMs and that's pretty much the range. I kind of was looking for more of that fast paced of rock and roll, heavy rock music and stuff like that. And then I met techno thanks to my oldest brother. Okay. So I have 3 brothers, so the oldest of all of them, he's also always been into electronic music and stuff like that. I remember he left one day a few CDs in the house, and that's when I would say that I actually fall in music with electronic music. I remember he had a lot of he was a lot into trance, so I kind of started listening.
Was he a
to
DJ
trance
as well?
No, he wasn't a DJ, but we had a lot of he grew up with people that was DJ and he used to party a lot, so he was involved in the scene in Venezuela. So yeah, that's basically how I.
And is there much of a techno scene in Venezuela?
Oh yeah. Right now it's not much of techno. It's I would say that it's more on the tech house, tropical vibe. We're in the Caribbean. That's usually what's moved over there. Those kind of Afro rhythms, Latin music and stuff like that. So. That's the main thing that people usually listen over them. There is a lot of techno, hard techno, but it's not as popular right now. It's getting more popular, obviously, because of all the exposure that big names are putting in the industry and stuff, and getting music to pretty much every single radio and every single TV show and stuff like that. Recently there was an interview for Rainer Sonneberg, and he is a trained classical musician, but at the same time, he's an amazing electronic music producer that, he's literally helping to make people believe that, you know, like you can do this, but you can also do this, and both of them have its beauty, you know. So it's like not like, oh my god, this guy is like only doing this thing and this guy is only doing that thing. No, like you should be versatile and you should be able to do multiple things, like not
Cool.
being...
And then when you moved to Ireland, what did you think about the music scene?
Oh, it was great. Like, to be honest, like when I came, like of course it was better than now. After the pandemic, we know that there is a lot of venues that have closed down. Like everything's moving very, very slow. Like not many venues really want to work with electronic music. So like everything's like more on the classical side. Like your not traditional Irish pop music, your traditional pop music, but it's okay. I think it's a market for everyone.
All right. And then when did you start DJing?
So I started DJing when I was 14, probably, like at the same time that I was kind of like doing the hip hop, because I started doing like a little bit like kind of like learning to scratch and stuff like that, and then I bought equipment, so I have them since that moment. So yeah, that would be like close to 16, 17 years now.
All right. And were you playing parties or clubs or anything?
Yeah, like I like not really clubs, because like I moved to Ireland when I was like only 20. So like, you know, like it was the moment that I was kind of like starting to know more people around and starting to organize things. But since I was 16, I've been organizing gigs with my friends. Like we used to get like somebody got a free house and we used to do like a ticketed event and stuff like that. So like always been around the scene and organizing things and like making events happen. Like I did a lot of promoting back in Venezuela, like growing up. I have a little bit, like, when I was in Venezuela I was studying marketing. Obviously like I moved here, like my plan actually was to come here for a year and then go back. It's been 9 more. So.
A lot of people say that. Yeah. But did you come to Ireland with the intention of continuing the music?
Oh yeah. And like when I came here, like as I said, like my plan here was like come here, learn English, and then go back to Venezuela, finish the career, and then like work on many different things. Because, you know, like as I said, like you gotta be able to adapt to different environments, and the more you know, the better and the easier things are gonna be for you. So I think that's one of the main things. So when I came here, I was doing marketing. I was kind of like pushing to doing marketing. Okay. Like my mom was like, "Oh no, in Venezuela you cannot study sound engineering as a university. You cannot get a proper degree."
You can't?
No, like you would have to go to some other country, like for example Brazil or Spain, where you can actually go to a place. Like you can be trained in classical music, but for like being a sound engineer, for being is like most of this, you are only gonna have like what would be the equivalent here to a level 5, level 6 certificate. So like it's not even a junior degree or anything like that. So that's kind of the thing. My mom was like, "Okay, I want you to actually have like a proper education in case this doesn't work, this and that." And I was like, "Okay, fine." I did that. Nearly 2 years into the career, the opportunity to come here for a year show up. So I was okay. I go to Ireland 1 year, then I come back to Venezuela, finish I had left like probably a year and a half on the university. So it was like, okay, let's try to do all these things, because having English in Venezuela was very beneficial at that point of time, because it wasn't the situation that we have right now in the country.
And then how did you get involved in the music scene in Ireland?
So similar, going around partying, chatting with people, met my really nice crew of my friends from Venezuela. Like we all were into electronic music, we all DJs, we all producers, so we all kind of had like the similar goals, and we decided to just start making our own gigs. So like
where were your first gigs?
So the first gig that we had, like it's been like we have had like a few different names and collectives through the years. So like first ones were like probably like Bow Lane. We were at 4 Dame Lane a few times.
We're doing techno in 4 Dame Lane?
Yeah.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, we
actually.
actually.
It looks nice. So like I like the rafters and everything.
Yeah, like we actually did a few gigs in Fordham Lane before they actually closed the street for all the fixing that they were doing and stuff. And so after that, like we basically like had to move to somewhere else, some other places. But yeah, like basically it's been all over the place. Like some of the guys have already been playing in some of the festivals, like live festivals, and like working with the Index and you know, like moving around, chatting, making connections, like
So
working together.
What are you doing at the moment?
So at the moment, the newest thing is like, well, like as I was mentioning, like working with the guys, like we have the Symbiotic crew. So with the Symbiotic crew, we're organizing pretty much 1 gig a month. We're looking to start making probably about 2 or 3 gigs per month, and would be the goal for at least for the summer. Top of that, like I just launched the record label 2 weeks ago. So like we had the first EP. For the first EP, like we have 4 different artists, including myself.
So what's the name of the label?
And so the label is Relentless Techno.
Okay.
So you can go and follow us on Instagram.
Okay. Just Relentless Techno.
relentlesstechno.rec.
.rec. Okay.
So yeah, just give us a follow. So and also like for the first EP, so we had like 4 amazing artists releasing.
So you have 4 separate producers that have.
So yeah, on the first EP, like we did a various artist EP sort of thing. So since it was the launch of the label, so like we wanted to just push like all these artists are gonna also be releasing more music throughout the year. So hopefully the next EP is probably gonna be in beginning of June, and the following one is gonna be for July. So next one August. So like pretty much like we want to increase the pace for pretty much everything for twice a month. That's kind of like the targets that we have on right now on the pipeline. So yeah, it's been
speaking
very,
of pipeline,
very
I was going to say, what do you have anything lined up for the future?
And what then?
With Relentless Techno or with Symbiotico?
Oh yeah, so yeah, as I said, like with both of them, so like just increase the amount of parties that we're doing and the amount of events. Eventually, what we're planning is like gain as much following as we can right now, so like people can see what we're capable of, like because like pretty much that is part of the label right now. Like we don't really have Irish talent, which we're working into like making some partnerships and bringing some really nice artists that are also going to be working with us, but like we also want to show like at least like what we can bring from the Venezuelan side. And one of the artists that is on the label is from Italy, so like she's also really amazing DJ Maps, and she is an incredible producer. She has an amazing analog set that she does, so like it's like, you know, that's what we want to show, that like we're coming with like a lot of really nice stuff, and that we wanted to have everybody to be able to enjoy the experience of a Relentless party or a Symbiotico party.
Sounds great. So where can they find Relentless Techno and Symbiotico?
Yeah, well, they can be found both on YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
So those are our main two.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, we can put the link on the description. And also, well, we just started having the TikTok for Symbiotic events. Like that was literally just launched last week. So it's kind of like the little baby for now.
Cool. Sounds great. Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot of work. Keep up the good work. It's been great to have you. And we look forward
thank
to
you for
seeing you
having me. It's
You're
been
very
such a nice experience.
See you soon.